Welcome to olatalks.com marketing edition here. Name is Ola. Today's topic is how to be a good recruiter in network marketing. I have an email question here today and I would like to dive into it, shall we? Hi Ola, I watched one of your videos where you mentioned that you personally recruited over 2,000 people. Yes, I did, into multiple programs. I have managed to sponsor a few people, but frankly, the process felt like pulling teeth. I have managed to sponsor a few people, but frankly, the process felt like pulling teeth. It's extremely hard for an average human being to sponsor or recruit people into a program. I'm going to attach that problem into one word: confidence. Okay, it's not exactly that it's very, it's the same thing. It's the same process with selling. Okay, it's not like it's really hard to sell. In fact, as a matter of fact, we all sell. Okay, as a matter of fact, we all sell. The only thing is that we sell things that we don't attach fear to. Okay, we sell when we're not thinking about the fear of selling. We walk into a room, we want to put on our best clothes on Sunday to church, Sunday best. We walk into a room, we try to work a certain way because we're trying to sell that we are lovable and likable people. We're not thinking about the fear, right? But when it comes to using the word selling, people already have a certain level of fear attached to that. People will say things like, I'm not really a salesperson, I'm not good at sales. But yet, in that very act, you're trying to sell me the fact that you're not good at sales. So you're selling. We're always selling. It's a natural thing to sell. But it's even better when you become conscious of that, when you become deliberate about your selling activity and you decide to take it, to literally make a career out of it. It's even way better. So let me continue the email. So this person thinks it's like pulling teeth. The funny thing, Henry Ford said it better. You are absolutely right. If you feel that way, you're probably right, and it's probably reflecting on your selling and recruiting abilities already. So let me continue. I ended up recruiting a few friends who did nothing with the business. And I mean, nothing. That's normal. Most people you recruit into or sell any program will not use it. Have you ever wondered why women buy lots of shoes and never really get to use them? Or buy lots of, maybe not the shoes, but a lot of stuff and never get to use them. People buy a lot of gadgets that they never get to use. What do you imagine if you attach some kind of work to that, right? Of course, most people are not going to do what they're supposed to do, right? So, excuse me here. So, yeah, most of your friends will do nothing with the business. It's not just your friends, so don't prejudge your friends. Don't take it personal. It's most people, when they join something, they're not going to do anything with it. And they will do that for multiple different reasons. As a matter of fact, when I got started, two of my friends joined the business. One person quit immediately. When they got home, the person called and said, hey, give me a number. Let me call to get a refund back. The other person did not quit that way. The other person simply did nothing with the business. So you're not alone if that happened to you. It's a normal thing. That's why it's a numbers game. I'm going to share that with you in a second. So let me continue the email anyway. So, and I mean nothing, right? They joined. I even paid for some of them to join. Never make that mistake. Never pay for people to join a business. Never pay for people to use your product. Unless you're offering a free trial or something. Never do that, because when people don't pay, they don't pay attention. Okay? That's something you want to pay attention to. When people don't pay, they don't pay attention. So I just end up chasing them, but anyway, I need your help. Can you share a few tips on how to recruit consistently, but more importantly, I'd like to get really good at it? Good. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips here. By the way, you want to go through my free masterclass, which is because I'm not going to have enough time in this video to cover the details and the how-tos and the tactics. But I'm going to give you some tips that you can implement right now and we change everything for you immediately, and you can actually put yourself in the top 3% of recruiters in the world. And yes, it's true. I've personally recruited over 2,000 people into multiple different programs. Okay. Obviously, your success lies in some level of duplication, leverage in your business. So, but if you can get through the quantity, you can find the quality. All right. So that will actually be probably my first tip for you. Okay. But first of all, your belief system. Your belief system is something that's very internal, but it's created from education and confidence. Confidence is your posture. It's just you believing all the way on an internal level that you can do this. And the best way I like to build confidence is education. So that's why I gave you a quick tip earlier. That was my cue, or let me say that was me trying to educate you. I was trying to give you something, this educational piece, because that actually helps evidence. If you know for a fact that you're already selling anyway, that was me making an attempt to educate you. If you know that you're selling anyway, then you can remove the fear of selling, because you're doing it anyway. Okay, you're always trying to sell me on the fact that you're not a good salesperson, so you're selling anyway. So isn't it going to be better to just apply that energy to learning the skills of selling, and then you remove the fear, and then you build confidence, and then your posture, you stand upright, and when you're dealing with people, you're not afraid of anything. What's the worst that can happen? No. So what? Right? Who cares if somebody say no? So that takes me to the next tip here, which is consistency and quantity. Everything is about quality. We get that. I get it. But sometimes if you don't go through the quantity, if you don't go through the rough, you're not going to find the diamonds. So you really got to be good at putting a lot of consistency and quantity into your prospecting activity, into exposure. Just talk to people. Okay. Now, talking to people on a personal level, I don't do that. Why don't I do that? Because I have something I call technology. Like this thing that's talking to you right now, I may be sleeping already. Okay. This is just a video on YouTube, or maybe a podcast on iTunes that you're listening to. So in other words, I'm applying leverage, I'm applying technology and systems. Okay. So that's another tip right there. And I'm going to give you everything. I'm actually going to lay out everything for you in a bullet point form in a second here. Okay. Then the other thing I want to share with you is asking. If you're asking questions, if you learn how to ask the right questions, you get people to sell themselves on working with you. You get people to sell themselves on you being the brand, your leadership brand, to take them from point A to point B. Transformation is what everybody's looking for. But if you ask the right question, you can find out what kind of transformation they're looking for, and you can also give them that. Very simple. You find out what people want, you give it to them. But if you have that confidence, selling becomes effortless because they already want it. So let me go back and enumerate everything I just shared with you. Belief system, edutainment, okay? Educating people in an entertainment manner is something you want to master, which again I cover on the link you see on the screen. In that class, I cover that in details. olatalks.com/mastermind. And confidence and posture, okay? Commitment, I forgot that. You need to commit to the process. If you're not committed, then consistency is the hardest thing for human beings to do. It's very hard for human beings to be consistent because one of human basic needs is variety. We get bored, right? So you need to commit to consistency and put in the quantity, put in the work. As far as quantity, not hard labor, but quantity, right? The more people you're exposed to, the better. The more people you talk to, the better. That's why these videos are living on YouTube, because even while I'm sleeping, these videos are talking to more and more people every day. Okay, does that make sense? So, and then asking, you need to master how to ask the right question. Last but not least, technology and systems. So if you want me to answer your question personally, you can use the comment box below, ask your questions, or you can send me an email to ask@olatalks.com. It will take me a while to answer you. If you want to get a hold of me quicker, you want to go to the link that you see on the screen in the description area. The link is olatalks.com/mastermind. I have over $11,000 worth of value over there for you to go check out. And hopefully you've been educated. and enlightened today, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.